Shalom, everyone. The great Kabbalist, the Arizal, explains in great length, I'm bringing the short version here, is that when God created the world, that there was a previous world to this one, where the lights of creation were tremendous. They were powerful, they were pure. And the original vessels to hold this light were somewhat immature. They were not able to properly hold the light. And what occurred was Shvirat HaKelim, the breaking of the vessels in this previous world, which is called the world of Tohu. And the vessels shattered, and with it, light fell, encased in these vessels. And the Ari explains that this world, our world, the physical material world that we know, is a result of the breaking of the vessels. And therefore, he called this world Olam HaTikun, the world of rectification, as that is our purpose, and especially the Jewish people, is to locate these sparks of light that have scattered all over and to redeem them, purify them, to rectify the broken vessels and fix this world. That's why there's a great emphasis in Judaism on what's called tikkun olam, in fixing the world, improving the world, making a contribution to making it a better world. So this is all, we'll call it Kabbalistic cosmology. The Lubavitcher Rebbe Menachem Mendel Schneerson, shortly before his first stroke, on the 28th of Nisan, gave a very, very important talk. And in it, he was well in his 90s at that point, and he said, I have done everything I can to bring Mashiach. Now it is in your hands to bring Mashiach. I've done what I can, and it was somewhat prophetic, because not long afterwards he had his first stroke and then a second stroke, and it finally took his life. But he was giving over to the people that it's now your responsibility. But he said, there's one thing I can tell you of how to do it. And he said, we have to take the lights of Tohu, this previous world, these incredibly strong, pure, holy lights, and place them in vessels of rectification, vessels that can hold the light. He said, this is the secret of fixing this world, of bringing Mashiach. What he meant is, when we look at Olam HaTohu, the lights were great, but the vessels were, we'll call them small. In this world, a material, physical world, when there's so much emphasis on materialism, the lights are very small, and the vessels are tremendous. We have lots of vessels, but not enough light. In the previous world, there was too much light, not enough vessels. So the Lubavitcher Rebbe was saying, the way to fix this is to be able to draw down into our consciousness, into our souls, into the world, more light, but we have to have the vessels to hold the light. And so this phrase is Orot de Tohu, Bekelim de Tikkun, the lights of Tohu in the vessels of rectification. This phrase, Orot de Tohu, Bekelim de Tikkun, equals 1690. 1690. The significance of this is, in previous episodes, and many people know that when we're dealing with the four-letter essential name of God, Yud and He and Vav and He, we do not pronounce it the way it's written. We pronounce it with another four-letter name, Adni, Aleph and Dalet and Nun and Yud. So when you add Yud and He and Vav and He is 26, and Adni is Gematria 65. You add them together, it's 91. In previous episodes, we've discussed the significance of that number 91. But that's when you add 26 and 65. What happens if you would multiply 26 times 65? You get this exact same number, 1690. Now, this is so significant because, in a sense, every time that we say God's name, and we're making this combination between really two names of God, Yud and He and Vav and He, and Aleph and Dalet and Nun and Yud. That is a name of God itself. And so the second name, Adni, represents the sphere of Malchut, the stage in which the world happens. Yud-K, Vav-K represents a more spiritual, transcendental, infinite type of light. So every time that we say God's name, we are really trying to conjure up this unity between the infinite light of God in a finite world, which is very much like saying the lights of Tohu in the vessels of rectification. Orot de Tohu bekelim de Tikkun. And so this is what the Rebbe said. This is what's needed. We need more light in the world. We need to fill the world with light. It's told about the Baal Shem Tov that anytime he would come into a room, his first request was more light. Light, more candles or lamps, more light. It wasn't just that he liked light. It was a message that is our task in the world, is to bring light and healing and love and spirituality and purity into the world. All of those are represented by these great lights of this previous world. But now we have plenty of vessels. So we need to combine the lights of Tohu with the Kelim, the vessels of Tikkun. And Bezrat Hashem, by doing this, we will truly fix the world.